Why electric vehicles struggle in extreme cold. Electric vehicles (EVs) have become a symbol of sustainability, offering a cleaner, greener alternative to traditional gas-powered cars. Extreme cold temperatures are one major obstacle that many people overlook when it comes to EV ownership, even if their popularity is fast rising. Although EVs offer amazing range and economy, owners in colder climates should be concerned since they often suffer in frigid conditions. Because heating systems demand, battery performance declines, charging periods lengthens, and general energy usage rises. Actually, some research has indicated that in really cold environments, an electric car can lose as much as 40% of its range. Therefore, even although EVs are sometimes hailed as the driving future, how well do they really run when the temperatures fall below freezing? The problem goes beyond simply driving in the cold to include how severe temperatures affect vital parts, including tire performance, the heating system, and the battery. Should your area routinely see negative winter temperatures, you may have to rethink if an EV is the best option. Let's investigate why electric cars find difficulty in very cold environments, as well as implications for their future in such conditions. 1. Lowered battery efficiency. Usually a lithium-ion battery, the performance of an electric car depends mostly on its battery. Chemical reactions inside batteries slow down in cold conditions, therefore compromising their capacity to store and release energy. These results in a clear drop in range since the car cannot provide power as well as it would in more mild conditions. The effect on the efficiency of the battery gets more important the colder the temperature. The battery's internal resistance rises as the temperature drops below freezing, therefore depriving the electric motor of the necessary power. Drivers may thus discover that their EVs have a far smaller range than they would find in moderate or warm temperatures. Electric vehicles find it more difficult to retain their promised driving range in places when temperatures fall far below freezing for protracted periods. 2. Heat requirements for batteries. Electric cars depend mostly on heat management technologies to keep battery performance in very cold conditions. These systems are meant to maintain the battery in an ideal temperature range since cold weather can slow down the chemical reactions inside the battery, therefore lowering its efficiency. Running these technologies, however, consumes a lot of energy that degrades the battery of the vehicle. The heating system could have to run constantly in severe winter, therefore exhausting the limited energy supply. For EVs with smaller batteries, who have less capacity to support both driving and heating systems, this is much more difficult. Drivers may therefore clearly lose range, particularly in cases of active battery heating of the car. The continuous demand for battery heating in cold temperatures directly affects the general driving range of EVs, therefore underscoring one of the main disadvantages of electric cars in very cold environments. 3. Extended charging intervals. The charging times of electric cars are considerably influenced by cold conditions. The internal resistance of the battery rises with decreasing temperatures, which slows down charging rates relative to more warm situations. This means that in cold conditions, an EV requires far more time to charge, which can be aggravating for drivers, especially in the winter, when chances for charging could be few. Under high cold, charging stations occasionally may even lose their whole functioning or become less efficient. Though fast charging features of modern EVs are common, their efficacy is much limited by low temperatures. Long-distance drivers may also find the extended charging times problematic since the vehicle might not get completely charged in the time needed to keep on a trip. This problem can be particularly disruptive and affect the general use of electric vehicles in colder temperatures for those living in places with inadequate charging facilities. 4. Effective regenerative braking. Key component of electric cars, regenerative braking helps them to store energy back in the battery by recapturing it during braking. This method loses effectiveness, nevertheless, under very cold conditions. Reduced temperatures mean less energy is recovered when slowing down since the braking system operates with lower efficiency. This not only reduces the advantages of regenerative braking, but also affects the general energy management of the car, therefore lowering its driving range. EV users may see a notable drop in regenerative braking efficacy in colder temperatures, particularly if they are accustomed to the responsiveness of the system in warmer climes. Consequently, the ability of the vehicle to stow and recover energy is reduced, which reduces general efficiency. For drivers depending on regenerative braking to maximize their range and lower battery depletion during frequent stop-and-go driving, the driving experience is less efficient in frigid temperatures and can be especially stressful. 5. Traction and tire performance. High-performance tires meant to improve efficiency and provide a seamless driving experience abound on electric vehicles. Still, tire performance can be greatly impacted by cold conditions. As temperatures drop, the rubber in the tires becomes stiffer, diminishing their grip on the road and increasing the risk of attrition. This can be quite dangerous in icy or snowy situations, since EVs might have fewer grips than conventional cars fitted with winter tires. Although some electric cars have tires made especially for colder climates, many drivers could still find difficulty with traction in very severe winter. Furthermore, especially on roadways coated with ice or snow, the weight of the EV's battery pack might cause unequal tire wear. This can damage the stability and handling of the car, therefore making it more difficult for drivers to keep control and slippiness. EV drivers may thus find it difficult to guarantee ideal safety and performance during hard winters. 6. Higher heating energy consumption. The higher energy usage needed for cabin heating presents yet another major obstacle for electric cars in severe cold. Energy-efficient classic internal combustion engine cars make use of the heat generated by the engine to warm the cabin. In electric cars, however, the heater runs on battery-powered electricity from which the cabin is warmed, therefore draining the accessible energy reserve. While some electric vehicles rely on resistive heating, which burns a lot of battery life, others employ more energy-efficient heat pump systems. Drivers may find themselves running the heater non-stop in really cold weather, which will drastically shorten the range of the car. In colder climates, where driver comfort and safety depend on maintaining the cabin warm, this becomes very troublesome. Drivers must make sure the windows stay clear for vision, therefore stressing the importance of the batteries. EVs' range and general performance are limited by this extra energy consumption, which makes them less sensible for extended winter travels. 7. Difficulties in very cold climes. Particularly in areas that suffer protracted sub-zero temperatures or severe winters, extreme cold climates provide major obstacles for electric vehicles. These settings can tax the infrastructure needed to properly charge and maintain electric vehicles. Vehicles sometimes have to be kept in hot surroundings or have access to specific energy sources for best battery performance, which might not always be possible in far-off locations. Moreover, the cold can lead to technical problems, such thicker fluids or stiffened seals, that compromise the smooth running of the car and raise maintenance expenses. When assessing the long-term dependability and viability of electric cars in colder climates, these environmental issues become absolutely important. Furthermore, the infrastructure for charging stations in these places can be inadequate or absent to satisfy the demand, therefore making it more difficult for owners of electric vehicles to locate dependable charging stations. For certain drivers in very cold climates, the challenges related with EVs may thus exceed the environmental and financial advantages of converting from a conventional gasoline-powered car. In conclusion, even while electric cars have major operational and environmental advantages, they do suffer difficulties in very cold conditions. In colder locations, performance and range are lowered in part by reduced battery efficiency, slower charging periods, and higher energy usage for heating. Further complicating ownership of an EV in cold temperatures include elements like decreased regenerative braking, less tire traction, and the requirement for specialist winter maintenance. Still, there is potential for EVs in colder climates going forward. Better thermal management systems, more effective heating solutions, and advances in battery technology are opening the path for electric vehicles to operate under these circumstances. To make EVs more feasible for a worldwide market, manufacturers are also spending on winter-ready EV characteristics, including improved insulation and cold weather batteries. Prospective EV buyers in colder areas should first give much thought to how severe storms can affect the performance and range of their vehicle. Cold conditions are probably going to become less of an obstacle as technology develops, so electric cars will become a more dependable choice for everyone, wherever they live. Though there may still be some challenges ahead, EVs will be ready to handle even the coldest environments with invention. Let us know in the comments what you think about the why electric vehicles struggle in extreme cold, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.